Hello and welcome to another update video about Polygon MATIC. Basically, little change since the last update. It is a little bit of a messy chart. It's getting really difficult to read here. And it is really tough, the whole situation back here. Because it is just sitting. It's one of the few charts that's just sitting exactly between two scenarios. So it is very much possible to see from here an impulsive sell-off in a C wave of wave 3. There's, again, I'm looking at this as an ending diagonal in wave C. So as counting each of those subwaves as ABCs, that's possible. And I'm looking at it currently as a B wave, but we get to that in a minute. But we either get a move down impulsively from here anywhere, or we continue to climb in 5 waves. And it's really tough. These sorts of situations, always shy away from, analyzing charts like that, but I have to, obviously, because, you can't really come to a clear conclusion. And this is just, again, it reflects the uncertainty currently in the market. But we take a look at that. MATIC generally, if you zoom out, is still one of the best charts out there. And it is far away from pivot point, far away from invalidation of a bullish scenario. So I'm still looking at the whole thing here as a wave 1 to the upside and the wave 2 to the downside. That's still the ideal scenario here. And the wave 2, however, consists of an A, B, C with an overshooting wave B, basically an expanded flat pattern where we look at the wave A in a 3-wave move, A, B, C. Then we've got the wave B to the upside and the C wave down, an expanded flat. Okay, so that's at the moment likely, very likely, that we will come down once more in deeper wave 2. That overall target area for this wave 2 is located between key Fibonacci retracements. So it's located between the 78.6% Fib level around 47 cents and the 50% Fib level. I didn't draw them very accurately now, but it's at 69 cents. So between 47 and 69, that's the ideal area where this wave 2 should end. It could have ended already here. Yeah, so if I extend that support area to the left, this is the other scenario. Should we really rally from here, I will have to count the wave 2 as complete here. We had it here before, yeah, as wave 2, but the whole issue around the 9th of November and FTX and how it brought the entire market down made that less likely, because we've come down so impulsively that it made it more likely for me to look at this in terms of a breakout to the downside that follows. Yeah, but that's exactly where the tough thing is. It's sitting exactly between two scenarios. So first scenario, and that is the primary expectation at the moment, is that we will see a deeper wave 2. So it's basically the count I just showed you. Wave 1 to the upside, impulse, yeah, and then A, B, C in a wave 2. And if we now zoom in this primary expectation, then we can look at the white count. It suggests that from this B wave high, we came down in a wave 1, we moved up in a 2, we're now coming down in a wave 3. The only way to construct that really is as a 3-wave move, the way this looks. A, B, and the C wave down in 3, then a wave 4 and a wave 5. For me, the most likely option at the moment. We are getting close to the 50% retracement at 96 cents. Now, a wave B is always very tough and difficult to analyze. At the moment, you see it's 3 waves, A, B, C. In B, this could still push a bit higher to the 61.8% Fib level. Above that, though, it's getting unlikely that it's still a B wave, yeah? But it could still push a bit higher, even above the yellow area. The yellow area is just the ideal target area. Of course, a wave B can do something which is not ideal. Just recognize that this is key resistance here at 96 cents. It's also the previous high here. Getting above that level would take us to $1, roughly $1.01. Okay, what is the bullish count then? So the bullish count, I already explained the wave 2 would sit here. So we had a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and this is some kind of a weird 1-2 setup, and we would now start to move up in 5 waves again. In this 5-wave move to the upside, which is the blue wave count, we could say that we've seen a wave 1, a wave 2, and we're now in a 3rd wave up. there will be a wave 4 and a wave 5. If we get those clear 5 waves, then I will reduce the likelihood of the imminent sell-off count, because 5 waves up indicate the trend has indeed shifted to the upside. What would be target for the blue wave 3? That's very important as well. So target for the blue wave 3 would be the 1.618 extension, basically $1, $1 and 1. Okay, so that's where we would need to get to as a minimum for this blue wave 3. Then it needs to hold a wave 4 support. So I want to see a shallow retracement afterwards, and then it should push higher into wave 5, maybe the region $1.10 to $1.14. And then this means 5 waves complete, likelihood of a B wave reduces. Yeah, and then I want to see an ABC correction to the downside, hold support, basically counting this as a wave 1 and then a wave 2 down. So at the moment it's really sitting between these two scenarios. It could be the blue count, it could be the white count, who knows. It's all about the key invalidation points here, because this blue count only survives really if we hold above the 89 cent level. Yeah, we should not drop into the wave 1 price region now, because ideally we want to see an impulse here, push a bit higher in a wave 3. Wave 4 should avoid getting into the wave 1 price region. If it does, again, it's getting messy, right? So 89 cents needs to hold for a high likelihood blue wave count. And we can in fact focus on higher if we want to, but that 89 cent level needs to hold. Absolutely 80 cent need to hold, right? Because this is a wave 2 low. And I mean, you can get all sorts of strange movements here, but as long as the 80 cent level is holding, at least we can look at this as a 1-2 setup, and then whatever happens afterwards. Yeah, I mean, 4-hour chart, overbought, it was overbought, is recovering a little bit. So it's just moving sideways a bit, but if it's a wave 3, it should really push higher. Looking at the EMA ribbon on the 4-hour chart, we are above the EMA ribbon. So we had a long signal here. So this is still pushing higher. So we're basically above support at the moment. At least if we go by the EMAs on the 4-hour, which is quite relevant. The daily, we're even above the EMA ribbon on the daily. I mean, that is quite significant actually. So it would suggest we can focus on higher. But again, I mentioned the key levels for you, yeah. As long as the 80 cent level, 89 cent, and then even more important, the 80 cent level is holding. Can focus on higher. The EMA ribbons give us a long signal here as well, so you know, why not? We have to be open to both ideas here. And what else? EMA ribbon. Looking at the Bollinger Bands on the daily here, it shows you you're getting close to resistance now. So again, it shows you different things, right? We're above the EMA ribbon support. We're getting, however, close here to resistance on the Bollinger Bands on the daily chart. But the 4-hour here still has space higher. So yeah, getting to the dollar range looks at least achievable. We're even not overbought anymore really on the 4 hours. So that allows us to still have, we have a bit more space here on the upside. But also here, you can see a bearish divergence on the 4-hour RSI. So, there's a lot of uncertainty. That's the reason why I don't also like necessarily to use those indicators. They do give you lots of conflicting messages. Best to just stick to one or two. But also here, the yellow line, you can see the 50-day moving average, a simple moving average. We're holding above support here. So certainly there is support, and it's not breaking down straight away. So the blue count certainly has relevance. We just need to reach the $1 level now, hold support in wave 4, and push higher in wave 5 into the $1.10, $1.14 region. And then we probably know more. Okay, and that's my update about Polygon MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.